All right, man. I just want to talk about today just how small and short lived our lives actually are. You know what I'm saying? How temporary everything actually is. Like everything here, man, it just constantly keep evolving and moving in place. And the people who were before us, most of them are forgotten and just dead. You know, time is very, very short, man. And it's very, very important to move wisely and to just appreciate and have gratitude that you even here. You know what I'm saying? Because we can get taken out any moment of the day. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to read a scripture from Psalms chapter 103, verse 15 and 16. As for man, his days are as grass, as a flower of the field, so he flourishes. For the wind passeth over it, and it is gone, and the place thereof shall know it no more. You know, so the scripture basically just said, our lives just pass away and, be forgotten. A lot of people be forgotten, you know what I'm saying? And basically, I want to get into the video of just life in general. Don't live a life where you have a lot of regret, where you didn't try really anything, or you just were too impatient and you gave up, you know what I'm saying, on whatever it may be, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, you know what I'm saying. Do not be the person who gives up, man, because this life is very, very short-lived in general. And when it comes to reaching certain great goals and dreams and stuff and working towards things, it takes a good amount of time. But at the same time, like I just said, our lives are very short-lived, right? So in my head, I was thinking, really, the time that it takes for us to reach certain goals and periods and stuff within our lives to make, that breakthrough and stuff, really, it don't really take that long. Now that I think about it, it don't take that long, but it take long at the same time, because if you really like compare our amount of time to towards eternal, like just living forever, or just history in general. Imagine just living from 1550 to now. You know what I'm saying? Our lives will look like nothing compared to the person who's been alive since the 1500s. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, what I'm trying to get into, don't let impatience override you. Don't let a lack of faith override you from the goal, the journey. You know what I'm saying? Because God, He's going to do great things. Yeah, God, He's going to do great things in due time, in perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? Don't rush the process. Let Him do the work that He has to do within you, the construction, the building, the character development, the storyline, the climax, and the characters that's going to play within your story, and let God be the one to be, the helper, the savior, the provider, the person who's going to work things out for you and who's going to make you the best at the end, your best self. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that as long as we love God, all things going to work according to our good anyways, you know what I'm saying? But basically what I'm getting at, man, don't be the person who don't have patience, who just give up way too soon, because you never know when something's going to happen. You really never know. And on top of that, if you really look at species and animals in general, it always takes a good amount of time to develop, to grow into something, right? Especially if you're starting off something new. Don't expect you to get such quick results, especially in the first year. You know what I'm saying? And when I look back on everything that I do in general, when it comes to work, shoot, video games, hobbies, anything, you know. I'm not going to be that good on the first year. I'm not going to be that good on the second. For real. I might be intermediate on the second year. You know what I'm saying? You really not going to start getting cold at something unless you on like the third or fourth year. But even then, third or fourth year, you still have room for improvement. There's still someone out there who's on a way higher wavelength or level. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say, great things in life takes a lot of time. And our lives are very short-lived. But at the same time, you know, the time it takes to get to that destination really ain't gonna take that long, especially if you make it there, right? Even if it took like 5 years, 6, 7, 8. Once you make it, you're not really gonna, feel like it took that long when you make it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna look back and realize, okay, this is why God took so long. This is why this had to happen, and that, and this, and that. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna appreciate everything, because God, He's not gonna just put you in a certain position of power, right, without you being prepared in the inside and mentally. And if you look just at celebrities, people who just blow up out of nowhere, celebrities, rappers, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They get this position of power and then they always lose it. They fumble the bag. They end up destroying themselves, right? It's always a bad outcome in the end, 3, 4, 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even worth getting what you want now. It's not even worth trying to focus so hard on the end goal, but focus, building, stacking, focus on things day by day. That is like the best mentality to have, really, when you're on a journey, man, when you're on a progression to reaching something great, when it comes to anything, right? And this is why patience is very, very important. A lack of patience can take away blessings. A lack of patience can take away strength gains and spiritual gains, It could take away a lot of things, man, and close a lot of things in your face if you just lack patience. You could be working a good amount of time, and if you lack patience, you throw it to the wayside. You just threw everything away because you just decided to quit right there because it didn't happen when you wanted to, or things wasn't going quick as you wanted to. This is not how the world operates. This is not how time goes at all. You know what I'm saying? You really got to question, how long does it take for a full human being to grow and develop, right? It takes a pretty dang long time. A kid can be 10, 12 years old, living, you know what I'm saying? They still not fully developed, right? It's not going to hurt you to put in great time and consistency for 3, 4, 5 years, back to back to back, working towards something. You know what I'm saying? Everything takes time. Even, before I made YouTube, right? I was 16. I knew I was going to do YouTube, but I didn't do YouTube yet at 16 because I knew I was not prepared. I knew I needed time. I knew I needed certain experiences to happen within my life. I knew I needed to gain this. I needed to gain that before I even hop on the camera. And the reason why I turned on the camera really was because God told me to. Because I'm doing things off of His timing. I'm not even doing this stuff off of my own timing, because God knows what's best. And that's just a simple act of my faith. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everything's going to happen when it should happen, when it's supposed to happen. And it can be hard to have patience, especially when you're put in certain situations where you're in uncertain circumstances and you're dealing with some off people, some annoying people. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. I'm still dealing with it actually right now. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, you gotta stay patient, man, and let the story unfold, bro. Because all these off people, all these off individuals, bro, they gonna reap what they sow in the end. They're gonna lose in the end, and they gonna be used as your footstool. Just let Jesus marinate the chicken until it's time for you to eat and feast, you know, at the table. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it, man, for today's video. I just want to give y'all a perspective on how short life really is, and how short our suffering is, how short our trial and tribulation is, how short the grind is. Like, everything in the junk is really short. It really ain't even that long at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm starting to realize about like things in life, man, really ain't that long. I remember I was able to touch my scalp not too long ago, bro. And that was like 2023. Now we pushing 2025. My hair down here. You know? Like, putting inconsistent time into something, you know what I'm saying? It really ain't that long. And you just gotta really realize, as like in general, the average human being is impatient with themselves when it comes to working or just doing what they have to do in general. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to just overcoming stuff and fighting stuff, human beings can be impatient with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna take some time, especially if you've been doing this same habit for 4, 5, 6, 8 years. Like, bro, that's you. Like, you built that muscle. Like, you're gonna have to break that down. You're gonna have to put that down for a period of time so it can weaken and die out. And you're gonna have to fight it with something. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to fight that with God. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bring God into the picture. You gotta get fasting in the picture. You gotta get discipline, changing daily habits into the picture. You know what I'm saying? And reading your word and praying. You know. But yeah, man, that's about it for today's video, though, on just life just being short. Make the most out of it, because life is short, right? That's about it for today's video, man. I'm about to head out this jump. God is good, all good, understood. You feel me? And I'm out.